Welcome back to Movies for Chakras, where I correlate movies to chakras. You can find this list on my website, negroinvogue.wordpress.com. So today, the chakra we will be talking about is the solar plexus. The solar plexus is governed by the color yellow, and it deals with purpose, personal power, gut instinct, and optimism. The two movies that I chose were Soul and The Woman King. First things first, let's talk about the meaning of purpose. Purpose is the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. And I watched Soul so many times trying to understand purpose, trying to understand my purpose. And during this time, I was struggling with myself. And I remember just watching the movie over and over again, just trying to understand it. And what I came up with is that purpose is something you defend. Purpose is belief in oneself. Purpose is understanding that practice makes it better. The best purpose benefits you and the world. Uh, in the movie, Terry says, your purpose is your meanings of life. And with that being said, I can understand that because it's like you get to define life. And for example, if you were to say, peace is boring, then you would find it to be boring. But if you said my piece is safe, my piece is exciting, like you got to define peace, but not change the definition, if you understand what I'm saying, but change how it is interpreted by you. So let your purpose be to live the life that you imagine, having the fun that you can create, creating laughs, creating love, creating life, and creating joy. There's also a thought provoking story about a fish and soul that you must hear. I also chose The Woman King because it shows the discipline that goes into having purpose. There were certain rules that they chose to abide by that made the dedication to their purpose stronger. And I love that it depicted um, a sisterhood because it showed that they were not alone. Woman King also showed women as being strong. And I love that they were physically fit. And I wish that they dropped a Woman King fitness DVD. The movie is historical in the sense that it is inspired by true events of Akoji women. We are in a different time now, so strength doesn't have to translate into violence, but into personal power. As always, I have some questions for you regarding your chakra, and the two I will give you are, what's your meaning of life? And what are some things that you would like to accomplish? Life is what you see before your eyes. And right now, seeing this is making me happy because this is my idea coming to fruition. Other people have done this before me, but my outlook on life makes it different. You are unique, and regardless of how things have been done, it's never been done how you're doing it because you are the one doing it. And that's it for the chakras. And if you stay, you're going to hear about my book. It is my debut book of poetry and prompts, and it's called Tumbleseed. I like the name. It is the name of the first poem on the inside. Many, many years ago, I wrote Tumbleseed, tumbling, falling from my parents' tree. And somewhere in my mind, I thought it was done. Kept having dreams that it was a finished poem. So I looked at my emails, looked at my notebooks, and nothing said it was done. So I sat my ass down about 2 years ago on my friend's balcony and I wrote the rest of Tumbleseed. Tumbleseed, tumbling, falling from my parents' tree, tumbling, traveling on the wind speed, tumbling, asking all the earthly plots to pick me, tumbled, to a place where I can grow, tumble. Finally, I can take root. It's only when I stopped that I knew. It's only because I stopped that I grew. Thank you so much. You can find my book of poetry and prompts on my website below, niv88.myshopify.com. Ciao.